Hi guys, it's Elise from Bella Barista, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to pour a basic tulip. So you've invested a lot of money in your espresso setup and now you want to make beautiful, Instagram worthy, aesthetic looking flat whites and lattes. So how do you do it? It's one of the biggest questions we get asked at Bella Barista. And really, it does come down to practice makes perfect. But if you watch this video, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks to help you find it a little bit easier at pouring a beautiful tulip. So, first things first, the milk. The easiest way to get really nice velvety texture milk is using full fat milk. The fat molecules in the milk make it a lot easier to stretch the milk and get the vortex motion and get this beautiful glossy paint-like texture to your milk. But I've only got semi-skimmed, so we're going to do it with semi-skimmed today. Also, if you're going to use an alternative, a good one to look out for is anything that says barista on the front of it. So these will be designed to make sure that they're easier to steam on a machine. So barista Oatly is a good one to go for. The organic barista Oatly I find the easiest to steam with, but look out for just any that say barista on the front of them. So you also want to use cold milk, so milk that you've got straight out of the fridge. It's much easier to steam milk that's colder because you're starting from a colder temperature, so you've got slightly longer to achieve the desired texture rather than warmer milk. So it's really difficult to steam milk again, so to add milk into an already warm jug that's got warm milk in it because you're starting from a warmer temperature. So try and start with a clean jug and cold milk. So let's talk about the jug. So really you should be able to pour good latte art with any types of jugs, but I find it easiest with jugs with a really nice pinched spout. I just find it much easier to control the flow of the milk coming out of the jug. My personal favourite is the MHW flagship model. That's what I use most of the time at Bella Barista. So the volume of the milk makes a massive difference. So you don't want to steam two times the amount of milk at once. So steaming the amount of milk for 2 coffees at once makes it much more difficult to achieve the desired texture and pour it. So for the size of cup that I'm using, I'm going to pour it just below the line of where the spout starts. So you want to start by purging your steam wand first. So that gets rid of any condensated water that's built up inside the steam arm whilst you've not been using it. So you want to start by putting your steam tip inside the milk pitcher. I've got it in the middle of the jug. Turning your steam on and then lifting it towards the surface. So this is incorporating the air. So you want to have it on the surface of your milk for about 3 to 5 seconds. Once you've incorporated your air, you want to push your steam arm back inside the milk, and you want to angle your jug or push your steam arm towards the side of your milk pitcher, any way you find easier to get that spinning motion or vortex motion. What that does is it knocks out any of the larger air bubbles and creates that really nice tight bubble. Notice how I've got my hand on the bottom of the milk pitcher as my temperature guide. As soon as it's too hot to handle, I turn it off. So there's my milk texture. Give it a nice firm tap on the side to get any of those larger air bubbles off. Make sure you clean your steam arm and purge it. And now it's time to pour. So once you've got your milk, you don't want to leave it too long before you start pouring, because the milk foam starts to sit at the top of the jug, making it much harder to pour your pattern because your first pour will end up just being the milk foam. So you want to start high and you want to cut through the milk just so you get about halfway through your cup and incorporate it in a circular motion. And then you want to start with your pattern, so you want to get closer and in the middle, and you want to wiggle either side to make your first blob. And then just above that blob, you pour your second one, pushing it towards the back, and then your last blob just at the top, and then you want to cut through the middle. So I hope you've enjoyed this really short video on how to pour a tulip. Just remember that practice makes perfect. I've been working at Bella Barista for over 2 years now, and it's only been in the last few months that I've been able to successfully pour tulips regularly. So it really does mean that you just need to keep practicing and practice, and you'll get there eventually. If there's any other latte art that you'd like to learn how to pour, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.